Other researchers are taking the driver's hands off the wheel. Robotic cars do all the driving. These engineers are preparing for a race called the DARPA Grand Challenge. Their cars have tens of thousands of lines of computer code, and the teams have been staying up late putting the finishing touches on them.
Well, for me, since I wrote the software, the biggest fear for me is that something I wrote dies for a silly reason. That is my biggest nightmare.
On this testing ground, their challenge is to follow a winding course 130 miles through the desert with no drivers and without remote control. How does a robotic car work? The key is called LiDAR, a sophisticated laser system that scans the path in front of the car hundreds of times a second. It relays the data to an onboard computer. Designers must program the computer to respond to every possible scenario. Here, the sensors pick up an obstacle. The computer decodes the data and makes a decision. Then, a GPS system puts the vehicle back on track. Of course, they're still working out the kinks. But in this race, 5 out of 23 vehicles made it to the finish line. They've blazed the trail for robotic cars.
I really think that in the future we could easily have some cars and trucks where the humans don't have to make any decisions, where that all of the human errors and everything like that that causes problems can be avoided. And I think we can get there in the 50 years.
In the city of the future, autonomous cars will work safely because the whole city is wired. Every object in offices, homes, and on the streets constantly transmits and receives data. The city is a giant internet where everyone and everything is always online. Everything needed to run the city, police and fire services, power plants, hospitals, is controlled from one central point.